Here's a really simple mobility routine that you can do from home on a daily basis that will help with flexibility throughout your whole body. Starting on the floor, put one leg at a 90-degree angle with the back leg at also a 90-degree angle, but try and get some width between that almost front heel and back knee. If they're too close together, you'll see why in a minute why you'll be cramped. In a controlled manner, you're just going to simply lean forward towards the ground. You're going to hold that position for 2 seconds. You're going to come up, put your back hand behind you on the floor, keeping your heels down. You're then going to rotate to the opposite side and repeat. Leaning forward, 2-second hold, up, over, repeat. As you go through the set, you should feel like you get a little bit more flexible. You might be able to lean a little bit further forward or a bit more centered, which will have a bit more room. Key is when you rotate, you're trying to feel like the knees stay separated and the heels stay on the ground. Aiming for about 8 reps on each side, enough where you're giving a chance for the hips to really loosen. And as you go, keep a flow and a routine rather than it being too static. You want to try and stay moving. By the end of the set, you should definitely start to feel like you can get into the positions much more comfortable, much more easy, depending on your flexible starting point. So next you're going to focus on trying to get the thoracic spine rotating and moving. Just need a wall or something like a big box to go against. So putting your front foot at 90 degrees up against the wall. You're going to have your back foot also at 90 degrees. Depending on what feels comfortable, it's not too important. I like to kind of feel like your back foot's in line with your knee, but if you need it a little bit across, that's also okay. So once you're in the setup position, start tall. Opposite hand or your hand arm that's on the side of the wall out in front. All you're going to try and do with the opposite arm is rotate it open as far as you can. If you're up against a long wall, you should be able to nearly touch that wall, but you're trying to feel like you're looking to the hand, opening up the chest and repeating. Just needs to be a smooth, consistent rotation. Don't need to pause for any more than a couple of seconds in the end. And you want to keep that flow, the knee touching the wall at all times, and really open up that thoracic spine, focusing on about 8 reps on each side. And then from there, you're just simply going to switch it over, exact same setup, exact same motion. What you may realistically notice is one side is a lot more mobile than the other. Typically I find golfers, a right-handed golfer is a little bit more limited in their right rotation, so their backswing, than they are in their follow through. As the set goes on, you should feel like that just becomes a little bit easier, like with the other exercises. So stand up, go into a big wide stance, almost the wider the better in some respects. I want you to squat down as low as you can and grab your toes, so whatever feels comfortable. And then all you're going to do is just shift a bit of your body weight from side to side 2 or 3 times. Trying to feel like the hips stay low. From there then you're going to stand it back up. Okay, so obviously this is really opening up those hips a bit more. You might want to then adjust your stride length, so depending on how that felt, you might go a little bit wider, you might go a little bit narrower. I'm going to go a little bit narrower. I'm going to repeat that. So deep, shift, shift, just a subtle motion, 3 times in each direction, feeling like you're keeping low in the squat. Stand up and repeat again. Legs should start to feel it a little bit with being in that position. Just stay down and then come back up. So go down into a push-up position. From here, I simply want you to bring one foot as long astride as you can to your hand. Feel like you're going to sit into your heel, and then you're going to turn into your front leg, look to the ceiling as you go, come back down, put that foot back to where it was at the beginning, exact same thing on the opposite side, and rotate. We're going to aim for 6 reps on each side, but we're now starting to integrate flexibility in both the hip and the thoracic spine as a total flowing motion. Key is, make sure the stride length stays consistent and as long as you can. So you're really reaching that hip. Make sure you get all your weight into that front heel. You keep your back knee down. You get a big rotation both ways. If you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and check out all the other videos we've got available.